Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Oliver Smith.
Well, temperatures were cool in southern Oregon and northern California. We all made it into the 40s and 50s, but the good news is that tomorrow, well, we're probably going to attack at least 5 to 10 degrees for most locations. So it's going to be much, much nicer overall. There's nothing to show on radar finally because our system is finally pushed off towards the east. The rain is finally fizzled on out. And now all we were looking at off the Oregon coast is just some high clouds. That's really all we're going to be looking at for tomorrow. But we're going to be looking at some morning clouds before we get those high clouds in the afternoon. Current temperatures now into the 30s east the Cascades, literally along the Cascades, and east-west the Cascades, we're looking at 40s. It's 41 right now in Mountain Shasta City, 46 in Medford, also in Gold Beach. Now tonight we're going to have some clearing in some areas for tonight, but a lot of clouds mixed in as well. We'll be looking at some breezy conditions east the Cascades, temperatures into the 30s, right around freezing for both Klamath Falls and Lakeview. Down into the Shasta Valley, mid-30s for the most part, and we're going to be looking at low 40s for the Rogue Valley and the Oregon coast as well. Now we do have that possibility because we did get all that rain over the last 24 hours. There will be some patchy fog in some areas, so just don't be surprised about that. That looks to form closer towards morning. So for the kids heading off to school in the morning, we'll expect temperatures into the 40s, a lot of cloud cover. In fact, it could be completely overcast. And maybe that fog, if it is around at that time, it may have burned off by then. And then when they're coming home, temperatures very nice into the 60s, a lot of sunshine. Definitely want your sunglasses for tomorrow. High temperatures east the Cascades into the 50s, 57's the forecast high for Mount Shasta City, and 62 for Wairika. So generally 60 to 65 for a lot of locations west of the Cascades. Now Stormcast showing, well, we did have some of those showers earlier east the Cascades. They have all fizzled on out. We're going to start off with a lot of cloud cover in the morning and some fog as well, and then we'll start seeing that break up into the mid and late morning, probably even into the early afternoon. Then we're going to be looking at a lot of sunshine for the remainder part of the day on Monday. We get to Tuesday, not much going on because we're finally going to have high pressure building on in, and it's going to be looking much, much nicer for Tuesday and Wednesday. In fact, we're going to have a pretty nice offshore flow developing, especially Tuesday into Wednesday, which will help temperatures to go up just a little bit more. Now, in terms of the car wash forecast, temperatures are going to climb into the 60s. It could be right around 70 degrees on Wednesday. So if you have any outdoor plans, if you're an outdoor worker, for example, you definitely want to keep that sunscreen handy because there's going to be a lot of sunshine for at least 4 to 5 days. And then temperatures start stepping their way up into the upper 60s, like I said, by Wednesday. So the cold system that gave us the rain showers and the thunderstorms yesterday and today pushes off towards the east. Warmer air moves in. A weak system up to our north just gives us some clouds for the next couple of days. But that's about it. We're going to be looking at some nice warm temperatures for the latter part of the week. And then, of course, this is still spring, so we're going to have to deal with some cold air. And here it comes just in time for the weekend. It's not a particularly strong system at this time, but it looks like it's going to time just perfectly for the weekend. So here's your forecast for the Oregon coast. Temperatures staying into the 60s for the next several days. Could see some patchy fog, otherwise some sunshine on Monday, and then maybe some rain next weekend. For Northern California, 60s and 70s are going to be pretty dominant for the next 7 days. The only chance of rain would be on the weekend, but you could see some morning frost on Tuesday morning. Klamath Basin, again, just clear, maybe some breezy conditions for tomorrow. Other than that, not a whole lot of wind is expected throughout the week, but then we'll see some rain by next weekend. Cascades also high and dry, still cold temperatures in the morning into the 20s and 30s, but temperatures going from the 40s to the 60s by the end of the week. And here in the Rogue Valley, now again, we could see some patchy fog in some locations, especially over towards Grants Pass, for example. And then when that high pressure builds in on Wednesday, you could see some frost in the morning, but forward temperatures climb into the 70s for the end of the week. So pretty good overall.
It's funny that you mentioned that it's going to be great weather to wash your car tomorrow in the Rogue Valley, because I was actually planning on doing that. So
you too, huh? That's what I got to do too, because mine's just a mess with the pollen.
Yeah, well, great minds think alike. It seems like, you know, the old Mazda needs a little polish.
Yeah, we'll see how much the rain washed off the pollen for me. It could just look messy, really.
Fingers crossed. All right, thanks, Oliver.
Yeah, you bet.